Hey YouTube, welcome back to Bear Cave Ranch. As you can see, it's nice and sunny and pretty over there. Some very dark clouds over here. It's been raining off and on since last night, mixed in with some hail. Right now it's warm. However, they're predicting snow tonight and into tomorrow and the next day. And it's Saturday, it's September 20 something. So it's not even October yet. So we've had to do some work to get ready for the cold. So first thing is RV skirting. I still need to do that part and the front. But that is really important to keeping us warm. We also have plastic sheeting for the windows. Again, we have not been in this area in the winter time yet, but we do get a lot of very high winds all year, and it apparently gets extremely cold. Again, we're above 5,500 feet in elevation, which is why it's so barren out here. It does get very, very cold. So, and the cat's sleeping up there. So winter prep. Tool bench, everything's all wrapped up. As far as that goes, we took our shade things down. If snow gets on them, it's just going to suck. We kind of moved our cooking stuff out here a little bit. As far as that goes, Artec insulation with the metal foil tape stuff all around, which should be done here in a couple of days. I'm just done with it today. This is our very temporary, if you saw the other videos we had in that hatch, we had the couple of batteries and the charge controller and everything for the solar system. We added 2 more batteries. So we basically put them in a box and had it all shoved up under there. I actually did this skirting the other day and shoved that box farther in and then realized, hey, I can't get to it. The problem is we have 4 batteries, but they're low amp hours. They're only like 35 amp hours each. So we kind of went the cheap route. In the summer, it's been no problem at all because we have a lot of sunny days. They stay charged. A couple lights in the fridge at night, it's fine. You get on and off clouds like this, all of a sudden that changes. So we need to get new batteries. The better batteries, they're going to be well over $100 each. And we don't have that. So, speaking of battery power, my phone's going low. So what we do have in that cabinet, we have a charger. The saddlebags for the bike, they're actually kind of concealing a generator so that when there's cloudy days, we can plug in the generator, run our power, hook the charger up to the batteries, get them fully charged. And all that can happen within an hour or two while the generator's running. Everything that we need to charge inside, phones, tablets, things like that, can all be charging. And then we're pretty good. And being cooler, the power, well, the fridge only kicks on a couple times a night, so we should be able to run a full day or 2 with that. Had to do a different step. Our little metal step sinks in the mud really bad. So, and we knew that from the springtime, so we went ahead and did that. Just scrap wood. Yes, bucket washers. So we've been hand washing with the washboard and the tubs. And we got buckets, plunger with the holes in it. And one of these buckets has holes all drilled in it. We'll probably do another video on hand washing that way. But that will allow us to wash inside out of the cold without making a huge mess. We've already been testing that, and it works pretty well. In fact, it might work better than the wash tubs. So, at least for smaller stuff, it does. Also, 100-pound propane tanks instead of the 30 pounds. We did get a heater. I'll show that to you in just a minute. but it requires 100-pound tanks to run. And it's likely, look, just with this rain we had to leave this morning, and it was pretty sketchy trying to get out of here. So now the furnace in here did not work. We yanked it out back in the spring before we moved out here, and also cut the gas line and capped it. So 3/8 copper tubing running in. I didn't feel like drilling under the trailer. Gray tank. The black tank we don't use, but the gray tank, there's now a line buried. And it goes out over there, and that's just kind of a makeshift catch hole for it with a milk crate grate over it. It's not perfect, but it will allow us to keep that tank open and not worry about it freezing and then we can't drain it. That would suck. So let's see, that's all of that. Here's the heater. Now, you're probably familiar with RVs. There was a bench here, and that actually covered the furnace, and then it would have had a table in the second part of the bench, which was already gone and out. We got this heater. We tested it today. It works. Well, once it actually gets really cold, we'll do some like review stuff and see how well it works. But it should be just fine heating up even a pretty large shop. I think up to 900 square feet. We have like 220 square feet with a very low ceiling, so we should be plenty fine. It does require oxygen, so we do have one window, the small one, that will keep open or cracked so the air can get in. Again, we will put plastic over the other windows to keep the wind out. Our goat shelter kept breaking. Again, just using scrap wood, and it wasn't working out for us. So that's one of those soft-sided shelter logic things. Had that up for a couple of days. The goats really seem to enjoy it. Hey, Karen. I know.
I already gave them corn, and I gave them just a little tiny bit of the mineral.
Okay. So you don't get any more food, but you want to say hi. Oh, all of you do. Oh, I almost got to pet Linda. And Felicia. Oh. Wow, that's a first. You saw it here first. They let me touch them. But it's just because they think they're getting food. Oh, I know, sweetie. Hey, Mama. Mama's still here with the goats because, well, she's just mean to all the other chickens. Oh yeah, other winter prep food. So, one, if you know anything about us, if you're watching this, you're probably familiar with the term prepper. We were kind of junior preppers back in the city, something we were getting into and kind of moving forward with. We want to be prepared to not have to leave this property for a month plus at a time. That shouldn't happen. I mean, again, we can walk and get to people. We're 4 miles from kind of town. So we can get out if we have to, but then from there, it's, to get actual food, like an actual grocery store, is another 15 miles. So we got plenty of canned goods, dry goods, and then canning, which is her area of expertise, not mine. What did we can?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm an expert at it. Like, I just do some things.
What things did you do?
Well, we canned peaches for the first time this year.
Cool.
So that was new, I guess. And then, I don't know how many pounds, but we did 18 jars of peaches, 3 jars of pears.
Mm-hmm.
That was new too. And then we did applesauce a few days later, and I attempted to make apple butter, but we don't have anything to puree the apples. I thought that we did. We have like a little hand crank chopper, I guess, and I thought that it would puree them enough, but it didn't. So it's more just like less chunky applesauce than chunky applesauce.
Yeah.
And then we canned 6 jars of apple cider, and I think that's it.
Okay.
I don't know how much applesauce. There's a lot.
Yeah, there is.
There's some jars.
And then we got corn hanging up to dry. To can corn, you need a pressure canner, which we don't have. So we decided to do what the Indians did, and we're hanging it up for a couple of weeks to dry, and then
we'll make fried corn with it.
Yeah, do fried corn.
Creamed corn.
Yeah.
That's all I found with it so far.
Yeah. So we'll have some corn.
Our food storage.
Yeah, I was kind of mentioning that we.
Take a peek at that?
Yeah, let's go take a peek.
All of our chicks that are still alive.
Yep, they're all still alive. I'm just.
Except for the one rooster. We lost him.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, girls. See, they think they're getting corn too.
They already got corn.
I know.
Gave them corn.
So I'm going to say this. On the bag it says cracked corn. It's actually crack corn. Or corn crack. I don't know, but they freaking love it. So. Oh. So yes, we've got totes and shelves just piled up with
canned stuff, dry goods. That tote has all the rice and pasta and beans and everything.
rice, pasta, beans, yeah.
There's a big thing of flour back there.
Oh yeah, big 5-gallon bucket full of flour.
I'm sure we'll add a little bit more to it as time goes.
Yep. But yeah, literally, there's even 2 things of ramen, which we really don't eat ramen very often. Very rarely, because that stuff is not good for you. But cold day, something real quick. Corned beef hash, which is one of my favorite things on the planet, and she found big cans.
You're welcome.
Yep. So yeah.
Oh, we got
Coffee.
the black bean stuff, remember? And powdered butter.
Oh yeah, yeah. Freeze-dried food. That's or prepper storage food.
This stuff.
Black bean burger.
So it's like loose, and you can mix it. It's not open now, but
Yeah.
I don't know how it's gonna taste.
We're gonna find
It
out.
might be good. It might be terrible.
We're definitely not vegetarians, but you know.
It was cheap and
that will last like 3 years. So, I mean, if we don't crack into it this year, it's no big deal. It'll just sit there.
it'll last 25
Coffee.
years.
Oh, 25? Oh, geez.
That's
Okay.
the shelf life.
Yeah, even better. So yeah,
Even if we do crack into it.
coffee,
this year,
coffee creamer,
it'll probably still be good.
a little bit of cereal just for something different.
many years. Star Wars.
Star Wars, which we're gonna watch here in a little bit.
Where's the other one?
It's buried because I only pulled that one out the other day,
The other day.
or a couple
You mean
weeks,
like months?
several weeks ago. Yeah, whenever it was.
Months. Like way
So, yeah.
back in June.
Food storage. The only real challenge that we're left with is water. As you know, we've got water barrels, a couple for the animals, several for us, that we keep full, which is really easy. However, when it dips down to 30-ish degrees, we're okay. We're actually going to paint them black here in the next week, which helps. But my understanding is it's very common for it to get, you know, into the below zero here. So that stuff's still going to freeze. And what we're going to have to do, and pardon the flies, it's getting cold, so they're all coming in. Our water pump is down there, plumbed in. So that tube goes outside to those barrels. We're going to use our 7-gallon jugs and keep a couple of them inside so they're thawed out and use that. We'll keep our barrels like half full, that way if they freeze they don't break, or not if, when they freeze they don't break, and when they thaw out we can still pump water out of them. But we'll also go through a lot less water in the winter. And for animals, you can always melt down snow and stuff like that too. I don't know what the snow is going to be like out here. We did come out. Yeah, I know. We did come out in February, this last February, to check out this land. And over by that farm, we actually got stuck. But we were in a tiny little Jeep Renegade that had really terrible clearance and that stupid automatic four-wheel drive that doesn't work right. So
it worked right on paved roads.
Yeah, it's not good for deep snow by any means. And we didn't have chains or anything. We've got chains for the truck now, for all 4 tires. So, but my understanding is some years it gets very little snow, it just freezes out here, but very little snow and it all blows away. Some years there's a decent amount of snow. So,
pretty much like everywhere else.
Yeah, so we'll figure that out. If there is good snow, then we'll be able to melt that down for the animals. If there's not good snow, we'll actually be able to get out of here really easy and it won't matter.
Does sagebrush turn green year, like is it green year round or no?
It was pretty green in February when we came.
Was it? I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Remember snow.
Yeah, and lots of rabbit tracks.
Yeah.
So that's our winter plans. There's going to be a little bit more winterizing, but I think for the most part we're pretty solid. Just finish up the skirting on a drier day and plastic over the windows when it actually gets cold, which will probably be something we may not even do till like November or something. We'll put that off. So anyway, everybody, oh yeah, we'll have to put the bikes away. We're pretty much out of riding season now, I think.
You talking about Tia's bike?
Well, no, because I was just doing the winterizing stuff.
Oh. Because you were talking about like.
Well, this is all just the winterizing stuff, though. But yes,
Always been. You've had fun too.
Kia is back. Yes, there has been some fun. Kia is back in Idaho for a couple weeks. The night before she left, she got that. It seems pretty good for a kid's bike, but it has gone back and forth down this driveway like 6 or 7 times, and that's it. So hasn't really done much. It's just dirty from the rain. So we'll see. Look forward to that. She's excited, but unfortunately she barely got to ride it and had to leave. So
She had a lot of fun doing it though.
oh yeah. So other than that, I think that's it. Like,
Comment,
subscribe, share,
Yeah,
share everything.
Sharing is caring.
That's right. And we will see you guys next time.